All right, everybody. Welcome to 4th of July Prefireworks edition of Psycho Splatters. That's right, everybody. I hope everybody is actually having themselves a fantastic 4th of July. Okay. I let a few people know that I was going to be on here. This is going to be just a really short stream. I'm going for about 90 minutes at the most because obviously it's the 4th of July. Everybody's going to have some plans later this evening. And right off the bat, hi, AZ Mick. I hope you're doing real good today. I hope everybody's doing real good today for the holiday. Everybody's being safe. There's no appendages or any body parts of anyone getting blown off and it said day. Oh boy. So I just thought I'd come on for a little while anyway and bring up some things. Before I do though, I would like to add a new subscriber here. Mike Mason subscribed. That's right. Mike likes to come in here from time to time, and I'm glad he subbed. And that's a wonderful thing. So I thank everybody here that subbed. And if you haven't, please do. Hi, how you doing there? I hope your day's going real well, Tripper. So basically, like I said, it's just to do it before the boom booms happen out here, because once that happens, I'm not going to be able to really do too much anyway. So let's see, what was I going to say before? Oh, so I want to bring this up. I want to bring this up to you because I just found out about this within the last hour. Oh, see, he needs your email. So is it Craig? Is that it? Is his name Craig? Okay. I'll have to remember all this stuff. I'm sorry. I get, I keep forgetting about people. So one of my regular, he's a regular of mine, usually from Illinois. He has a YouTube channel and it's called Tim's Thrifty Music. Yeah, I don't look so good right now. Tim's Thrifty Music, ladies and gentlemen, on YouTube. Go sub to Tim's Thrifty, please. He is really good. He's a very interesting fellow. Hi, Mason. Very interesting fellow. And he wants to go and do his first live stream tomorrow. That's right. So he's going to call me beforehand if everything works out well. And I think he's looking to do this in the early afternoon. All right, if anybody's available, because there's a holiday for some even tomorrow. So we're going to try to do that, or should I say he's going to try to do that. And we're going to talk about how to set all this up. But I think you've seen I've had Tim on here, one or two broadcasts of mine. And he's an interesting fellow, Tim is. And I think out of all honesty, you know how Rachel goes off and supports other channels. I'm kindly asking you guys to like and sub Tim's Thrifty Music. He has been on channel for months now. And hi, Deadwax. And I think that you guys might enjoy him. His delivery is very calm, very soothing, and he shows lots of different things from different genres. So Tim's Thrifty Music, we're shooting for his very first live stream tomorrow. I can give you a hint of what some of it's going to be about. He right now, as we speak, is enjoying a concert in Rockford, Illinois. If you're in the Rockford, Illinois area and you're bored, I am led to believe tickets might still be available for the off-Broadway Cheap Trick concert over at Rivets Stadium. Yeah, that's a minor league stadium. And Gin Blossoms played there on Friday. Cheap Trick's playing tonight. And so that is probably partly, at least what will be discussed, is about concert stories and stuff. Hi, Hudson. And you know what? Like I said, I'm glad that you're enjoying your vacation. That is a great thing. Enjoy that. I'm kind of hoping to go on some short vacation. Well, shit, I don't know. Maybe between now and the end of summer would be nice. I don't know where. Just somewhere outside of this area for like 2-3 days. That's my goal. Maybe Texas. Maybe I'll finally get to go do my Texas trip. It ain't going to be too crazy. Maybe just to Denton or something. Denton, I think, is the closest Texas town that's within reason of driving anyway. I've just never been there. I've never been there. I've never been to Kansas. And I know most people go, well, there's nothing much in Kansas. But Pittsburgh, Kansas is about the closest to me. And if I remember correctly, it's about a 1-hour drive. And I have yet to ever go to Kansas. I've never gone over there. So maybe down the line, I'll be doing one of those. So basically, I just thought I would show some stuff. I just gathered some stuff up pretty quick. Some signed books, some signed CDs, some sort of recent Goodwill CD finds and other stuff too. And maybe another band I want to talk about that to me I think is underappreciated. But like I said, 90-minute broadcast at the most, guys, okay? And then everybody's on their way, including me. So I can't remember. I might have shown this at least in one of my streams. Mary Wilson, of course, from the Supremes. She's been passed. I gave Donna Jo Catlady my signed Mary Wilson LP, but I found this for 50 cents, the paperback to Dreamgirls, okay? How about that? I did not expect, because most of the time, if I find autographs, it's on hardcovers, all right? So to spot a signed paperback is great. Now, I have a sneaky feeling I know where this got signed. Branson, Missouri, of course, is less than 2 hours away from here. And Mary did a couple concerts over the years at Dick Clark's American Bandstand Theater. So I have a feeling that that's how that autograph got signed. Some people asked me in past streams, hey, if you ever find the book that you say you have of this, would you show it briefly? I am, of course, a big Monkees fan, Davy Jones fan. I did say that a long time back in 1987 that I got to meet him. This was the first time I met Davy, was for the book signing for They Made a Monkey Out of Me. But here, hang on a second. Come on. Here we go. That was my first autograph from Davy. There wasn't any personalizations to my knowledge that day because the line was so ridiculously long, understandably. He went off and sang 3 songs, though. I Want to Be Free, Daydream Believer, and one other one that's escaping me right now. I think it was A Little Bit Me, A Little Bit You, if I remember right. You know what? I'll tell you something. Mary has always been my favorite Supreme too, believe it or not. I'm not knocking Diana Ross, okay? It's just that obviously she's the one that was the front and center piece for the Supremes through the 60s, obviously. All those iconic songs, all right? It's just, I was a kid. I didn't know any better about the way Diana was behind the scenes, I guess, especially after, I think it was 65, 66 was when the rot started coming in, and especially when the records were Diana Ross and the Supremes, which made things even worse for Mary and Flo, and then, of course, Mary and Cindy, and then all the other versions that came. Yeah, that's where I was getting at. Major ego, and it didn't help that her and Berry Gordy were a thing. And, of course, Berry didn't really give 2 shits about the rest. But let me throw something out there for you, okay? Florence, of course, did do a solo record, okay, on ABC Records. If I remember correctly, I want to say 74, 75. It was right around that time. It's not a bad record. It's just nobody pushed it. Nobody promoted it, okay? And I think that at least if it was promoted properly, it would have been a semi-hit. It would have been a minor hit. It maybe would have shown Flo, hey, I still matter. But instead, we all know what happened. She was dead in 76. That was the end of that story. Mary just kept that name going, didn't she, though? She did. She did for as long as she could. And I think, out of all honesty, Mary is a lot more down to earth. All right. Not only did I read this book, but I read her other book. And if you're looking for Mary Wilson's autograph, check if you've got a Barnes and Noble near you. All right. Because there still was copies of this as of a couple weeks ago. And I don't know, I may end up getting it. I don't know. I don't need it. But there was a book on the fashions of the Supremes from the 60s, okay? There was a lot of cool Supremes pictures, but it was signed by Mary, and the book was like $30 to $40, somewhere in that price range. And they still had copies, some signed copies. So, you might be able to check that out, okay, if you're looking for a Supremes autograph. I think I showed this before too, maybe in a stream, but this is one of the next books I'm getting to. Rory Gallagher, His Life and Times. Rory, in my opinion, does not get enough love. We know that Rory was an excellent player, going back to his days in Taste. I have Taste's, I think Taste did about 2 albums, maybe 3 albums. I've got Taste's first album, but I have not found very much Rory in the wild. Okay. I think I got Calling Card. I have Calling Card, and that might be it for Rory, but I love his work. Another one that died way too young. You know what? I actually have that. I have that, Jorgen, and you're right. That is a really good album, but Motown didn't give a shit about them after Floyd Joy in 72, if I remember correctly. Floyd Joy was like the last great hit that the Supremes had, and I'm glad that at least they were able to have that without Diane. See, there you go. There you go, Mick, right? This one here I know I've shown before, but it's an old issue of Vintage Rock, but look, it's the Beatles. They were celebrating 60 years as a fivesome, okay? And Jorgen says, hi, Mick. And so I think, truthfully, that this has always been a very underrated period. There's been some more things that have come out that to break the myth of Stu being an inept bass player. It turns out that may not exactly be entirely true. He might have been at least in basic skills, and that's a good thing. I think they just got, Stu was John's bestie, right? And I always thought, truthfully, that Stu got the shaft in the whole entire Beatles origin story, okay? I just always felt that way. Here's some pictures, of course, from that magazine. All right. And yes, I love the Fab Four, but I also have a soft spot for Pete Best too, okay? I'm always gonna. And then I guess if you wanted to go even more deeper, but I don't know Johnny Hutchinson and Tommy Moore, okay? But they obviously were part of that story, along with the surviving members of the Quarrymen, all right? I know that there is some bootlegs out there of the 1960, I think they did a demo or something. They recorded at Stu's house or something. I'd like to see that have a legitimate release. I'm surprised that they did not attempt to put any of that product out on Anthology Volume 1. I think 1 or 2 tracks from there would have been nice, just like they did for Decca tapes and all the other things. Speaking of, since we're in that mode for a second, I picked this up relatively cheap. I'm glad to have this, and I'm glad that this was in a way the release before Anthology, wasn't it? And yeah, 94. And I'm glad that they made a legitimate release on all the BBC stuff. And then, of course, there's BBC Volume 2, which I've only ever seen 1 copy of that, and it disappeared very quickly before I could get my hands on it. So I honestly think, and I've said this before, and I'll say it again to the 4 people that are watching, it's okay. I understand. that there could have been enough material for a fourth anthology for the Beatles. Okay, you get your leftovers from everything that maybe either were discovered after the 3 volumes were done. You could have the Memphis 1966 tapes, which are in Apple Corps' possession. Now I'm led to believe that, yes, there is a 64 Hong Kong concert with Jimmy Nicko on drums. The tapes do exist. I just think they ought to put a hodgepodge of stuff. Yeah, okay, fine. Carnival of Light, maybe it's not that great. Put it out anyway, damn it. We all have been asking for it. Let us be the judge of it. And then, of course, there's the demos that have been found in England in various people's residences of John singing on these demos for early Beatles songs of 62, 63. I think all that stuff needs to get put together. Maybe there's legal stuff. I don't know. But I know I kind of misspoke, I guess, previously about an asking of a remastering of the anthology, because obviously I guess you can't really remaster most of this stuff considering it's archival material. But I really do think, out of all honesty, that it deserves a reissue, considering that it's been 25 years now since that material came out. And I think they need to maybe make it into one Uber box set. That's how they could get away with putting the extras on. So, I mean, you had, what, two discs a set? So it's like 6 CDs, and then throw in another CD or 2, like one could be those concerts I told you about, and then the other stuff could be interesting alternate takes. I know some of the stuff, obviously, on the deluxe Sgt. Pepper's, the White Albums, the Abbey Roads, will take away from some of that. But I bet you there's still enough stuff to make at least a disc of interesting studio material. That's all I'm saying on that bit. Oh, good. Yeah, Jeff, I don't blame you one bit on doing the bit of the yard work. It's going to rain over there, huh? No, we're not going to have rain, at least for a few days from what I gather. So let's see. I just want to, like I said, I'm just going to do show and tell. I'll actually throw an invite if anybody cares to come on. But I don't expect you guys to. I will say this, and Jeff, I do want to make an apology to you also. If you have not heard from me on this, I'm going to tell you, I kind of felt really stupid. Maybe you saw the last 20 minutes of the show when you and Tim left. I thought I shut the broadcast off, and I didn't realize until, as I was talking to Lisa and Richard Dolan, that the timer was still going on, and I'm like, oh shit. So I boo-booed. So I don't want you to think I purposely said, hey, we're leaving, goodbye, and then you and Tim left and I kept going. It was not an intentional booting off you two. It was a boo-boo on my part, and I think we ran another 15 minutes before I finally tapped out. I said tapped out, and just called it a night. So please forgive me on that, Jeff. All right, some signed CDs as we go along here. When I used to work in radio, I used to be able to get interesting CDs on occasion. They would stick these out on a round table in the lobby, and we could grab whatever we wanted. And I guess they did not feel like promoting Great White's Ain't No Shame, which, to tell you the truth, that whole album from '99 is a really good one. But when I met, I know you're not going to be able to figure out whose autographs these are, but it's Jack Blades, all right, from Night Ranger, because he produced the thing. He produced this album, and then, of course, you've got the keyboard player of Great White, who was filling in for Night Ranger at the time, Michael Lardy. So I got them to sign this when I met them in 2005. Excuse me a second. I keep hearing ping, ping, ping. Let's see. Okay, Vinyl Grotto, he's going to church. Right. No, I understand. If you're listening, Stephen, he's not here, so it'll be okay. All right. So Okay. How are we today?
We're good. We're good.
Right. Just checking. Just checking, because I don't know. Just checking. And let me see if I can do my bad Robert De Niro. I've heard things. I've heard things.
Yeah, no, we're doing good. I'm getting things together with JJ about an upcoming show we're going to do together.
Oh, Jimmy Walker's going to guest with you? Dynamite! I know who you mean. I'm kidding. So JJ and you, huh? JJ
Yeah,
and
we're going to
you.
be doing. I've already announced it at Rachel, so I'll announce it again. We're getting together weekly on Friday nights to do a Beach Boys centered podcast.
What you going to call it? Endless Summer? See what I did there?
Wait. I'm going to hold you on the edge of your seat for a minute here. Add some Beach Boys to your day.
Oh, there you go. Well, it beats what I came up with, which would be Endless Bummer. There you go. Add some Beach Boys to your day. You know what? Okay, you know what, Mason? We're going to entertain you for a minute. I tripped on a very strange video of a song from the MIU album. And I don't have the MIU album, so I didn't know anything off of it. But it was a very interesting archival type video of Match Point of Your Love. That has been in my head for 2 days now. That song.
It's one of the better songs on that album.
Yeah.
You know, that was where Brian was trying to get his voice back in shape.
Yeah, I've had that in my head. I've had Keeping the Summer Alive, considering it is the summer.
Wait till you hear, when it comes to MIU, wait till you hear Pitter Patter. That's a tune that'll stay in your head for a lifetime.
See, the last Beach Boys album that I found was that one I told you about, that German press of, the one that came with the letter that I told you about. It was a 70s album. I think it was the LA album, I think. Yeah. Found a German for $3. I found a German press and it was clean. I'm going, what the hell? I said, why is this here? But I grabbed it. Yes, I did. Oh man. So you're listening to the tunes today. Pretty much nothing else in the bunker. Gonna just do that today, except maybe preparing for your JJ and you broadcast.
Yeah.
When are you doing that?
It won't. The first episode will premiere not this upcoming Friday, but the Friday afterwards, because this Friday, JJ's falls on JJ's anniversary. It so happens.
Oh, that's cool. Good.
In the first episode, we went into a Zoom call to discuss everything about this. So in the first episode, we'll be talking about. We're going to go in chronological order. Okay, so we'll be talking about like the humble beginnings up through like the Surf and Safari album. You know.
Good. That's really good. That's actually, I mean, okay, so that's one thing as far as for that era of the Beach Boys. I've never come across either on Candix or X. I think those are the labels that song came on for surfing. And I've never come across it myself. My friend Doug from the Vinyl Grotto has a Candix version. He's got Black Label Candix.
Oh, so he's got an original. He's got an original.
Oh, yes. He found that in the 80s, he told me. He has had that copy since the 80s, and he found it in Northwest Arkansas. And I'm like, that cracked me up to no end that a copy landed all the way here. But yeah, he's got a Candix, and I'm like, it's a nice basic tune for them to start off on, wasn't it? Pretty much. I mean, yeah, it was surfing, but a little bit of a way. It was doo-wop-ish for 16.
This is gonna get leaked out right here, but even before Surfin', Brian, the first composition that Brian wrote for the Beach Boys and recorded a demo of was Surfer Girl.
Right. Okay. Didn't that demo land? Oh God, you're gonna know this more than me. Didn't they make an EP, Record Store Day or Beach Boys or whatever? Didn't they make an EP of the Morgan sessions? And that was on there, wasn't it? Finally, after all these years.
I don't know. I'm not sure about an EP, but they made a compilation called Becoming the Beach Boys, which has all those early sessions on it.
That's it. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have that. I probably should eventually get that because I like the sound. I always like the damn sound. The 60s records to me still are always going to be the best, but I like the 70s material. I'm starting to appreciate it more and more.
Great. Tom Hagnotti has pointed out that looks like I'll be ripping off other people on YouTube with this. Well, guess I better tell JJ I have to cancel it.
You can't have enough. Hi, Tom. You can't. Yeah. You know what was it? What was it? Somebody tried to call you a wanker, Tom, the other day. I'm like, there's nobody going to call anybody a wanker on my live stream while I'm streaming. This is a open road. This is a full free-form platform for everyone and anyone to be able to be here, because I am Switzerland. I am the yodelay-hee-hoo of the VC. Now, of course, I won't put up with nonsense, but I am Switzerland in everybody's little dramas and everything. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I always save my drama for my mama. No, I think my mom would go, oh, fuck no. Well, no, she wouldn't say fuck, but that's a different story. So, hey, whatever, I don't know if you heard, like I said, I'll bring this up tomorrow, God willing, tomorrow afternoon, somewhere around noonish, 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, my friend Tim Smith from Tim's Thrifty Music, who you've seen him on here a stream or two, will be attempting his first live stream. And if that's the case, yes, I will be there. And I'd like everybody, if they want to like Tim's Thrifty Music, please, so that you can find out when that's going to be happening. He's a nice guy, guys. He really is. And he like us, has been a vinyl guy for decades. He knows his music too, in all different kinds of genres, even Beach Boys. He loves his Beach Boys. He's at a Cheap Trick concert right now as we speak, off Broadway, open for him. Two excellent bands in the 70s power pop regime. So yes, I'm glad everybody's starting their shows and everything. And Tom, of course, is on a lot of great shows with Two Legs and a bunch of other fun stuff. And I like it. I like all of us can do this stuff. I've had people, truthfully, Mason and everyone out there said, hey, why don't you start a podcast? Well, I guess maybe I could, but I guess I could also be partially lazy in the respect that I could be doing the podcast live as I'm doing my StreamYard, you see. Then everybody could, I guess, hear or have the opportunity to hear more, just like everybody out there who's got their podcasts are probably doing the same thing through their vehicles. I only do mine through YouTube. I don't honestly know if there is another equal venue for our videos or not. I don't know.
Oh God, is this not the worst thing he's done? I'm just referring to the music I'm listening to in the background.
I can barely hear it.
Well, it's Mike Love's unofficially released first solo album, First Love, and it's on the track Brian's Back. Yeah. Is this not the worst song that this guy's ever done?
Mike Love got lucky. Let's face that. Now saying that, obviously, Mike Love and Carl Wilson pretty much, and sometimes Brian too, shared the majority of the vocals on those classic records we know so well. But when, I mean, I didn't even know that I guess Mike threatened to walk out in 69. Maybe he should have. Maybe he should have, and he should have let him try to go solo by 70 and see what would have happened. Nothing would have damn happened. He maybe would have been back by 71 with tail between his legs, and he would have shut up a little bit.
He actually did attempt to go and went as far as recording 2 complete albums, but never released them. He tried to go solo with that in 78.
Maybe he should have. Maybe he should have just stayed there, because they could have gone in another direction, or Carl maybe would have been the stronger one then, and throw Brian there in the background. I mean, they could have gone without Mike. And it's like, maybe they should have just damn did it. That's all there is to it. And look what we have now. Rumor of a 60th anniversary tour, and the only other one, to my knowledge at this point, that is coming out, being that it's the Mike and Bruce show, is John Stamos at select dates. I'm like, not interested. I saw that. That's the only time I ever saw the Beach Boys was 2000. And for my $7, it was worth my $7. It was at a county fair. And I'm like, I didn't expect anything. I didn't walk in there with expectations. I got a wave from Bruce. I did. Mike fucking looked at me like I was crazy for some reason, because I'm just going, and I brought stuff to sign like I always do. But the show in my opinion was decent. John Cowsill was the drummer on that tour even back then. And I can't remember the other people, but I just remember them introducing John, because I think he went into something, and then they went back into the set. And Bruce is the only one I ever met, which, like I said, was 2009 or 2010. Bruce is the only one I met. And I think Bruce was a nice guy. I don't know why he still hangs with Mike. There must be some weird thing going on there. I remember, what was it, after the 2012 reunion bit, right? With that album, even David Marks went with Mike and Bruce for a little while. I'm like, huh? I said, this is weird, but whatever. I think from what I thought I heard, I think David was with them for 9 to 12 months, and then something about he had enough of Mike's shit, and that's why he left. So I'm just like, mm-hmm. All right. I know, like I said, that this was an unexpected to some holiday broadcast. Anybody want to come on up? I did go off and mention to some of the regular people that I'm on Messenger that I did this. I'm only going to do this for less than an hour to go, but let's talk about a band that I'm planning on doing an episode on real soon. I am trying to get together with my friend Doug. I've been saying this now for months. We're gonna shift. I'm gonna make myself big for a second. I put up the link if anybody wants to come up, even for just a few. This band, in my opinion, deserves an episode, and both of us will do a real good episode on the Dave Clark 5, ladies and gentlemen. Very underrated still to this day. A lot of trauma behind the scenes, even with this band. This is the double disc Hollywood CD edition from the mid-90s. 50 tracks. Really excellent stuff on here. This is the one that if you don't have that vinyl, okay, I know that Dave Clark has released digitally some of the 60s epic albums. They are digital. I do not know if they ever will make another physical reissue. I wish they would, but till then, you have this, and there's 50 really cool tracks on here. And then I know that there was a new issue that came out, if I remember correctly, it was January of this year, but it's a different cover of this one. This one here came out in 2000, if I remember correctly. This is on Warner UK. Is Dave Clark 5 The Hits. This here, 28 tunes, including at that time an unreleased 1970. So it would be Mike Smith, Dave Clark, and whoever else was in the studio, I guess. Here's a little picture. There's one. Now, that reissue, believe it or not, the one I just showed you, literally got reissued in January with a new cover. So what I'm getting at is that this Warner UK that I'm showing, you can actually pick this up possibly cheaper than the original or the 2021 release. It's just going to look a little prettier, okay? I grabbed this. Do any of you people remember Hastings stores? I miss Hastings. Hastings was a great place to go get things. I found this for 99 cents in the CD cutout bin, and I thought it was fake at first, right? Because here's what the slip cover, this was in a slip cover, and it said, it looks a little cheesy, right? And it says the DC-5 have sold 100 million records. And then, of course, the back is just the same thing. I invested the 99 cents. I remember that day I got this. I got a German Badfinger Wish You Were Here CD, which those are very hard to find, and a 2 CD comp of The Faces, also from England or Germany, I can't remember, all for 99 cents each. And I'm going, who the hell has left these things here? I went and I had a CD player in my car, and I went right off. Track 1 on here is one of my favorites, Do You Love Me? Their version of the Contours classic, and the whole thing is in your goddamn face. It just and I'm like, this is the real deal. Some of it was in stereo too in that particular thing. I'm going to make myself small, and so eventually there will be an episode of the DC-5 because there is so much rumor, innuendo, and the like about how, in a way, that this band even today should have sold more records and had a bigger legacy than what their 60s stuff was. So, yeah. Lisa, you know what? Happy 4th of July to you, too. Today, I was going to try to hit up a record store and a flea market, actually, before I did this broadcast. But it was my fault. I slept in late. I actually overslept. I wanted to get up by 11 my time, and it ended up being 1. Even my girlfriend was worried about me, and I'm like, well, and I said, sorry, babe, I just, that's her right now, actually. So yeah, so I kind of fell off the thing today, but tomorrow I'm hoping to go hit up a few resale shops and some other stuff. Mason, I really wish I had that box of 45s that I could show you, that Surf and Safari sleeve that you would really, really dig for. I got that for 10 cents over 10 years ago, and it is probably the cleanest looking sleeve for Beach Boys I've ever had. I have a buddy of mine that actually, I don't know if he still has, I was supposed to buy some records from him, and he had Sloop John B. He had Be True to Your School, all picture sleeves. And eventually I hope to get them. I hope I get them really, really nice. So you're asking me, is Try Too Hard on this CD? Yes, track 16. CD1 on this one, and then on the Hollywood. By the way, the Hollywood Records comp would probably be the best one to get, and you now can get, the price has dropped on these things. I have a sneaky feeling I know why the price, because this thing here used to go between $50 and $100. I'm serious. It landed on the charts 1 week. It was on the charts 1 week and then fell off. Try Too Hard on this one is track 1 on CD too. But that's another. The reason why will be mentioned in the episode. No, I'm not playing music. That is Mason playing music in the background on this. But
Surprised
you
you can
can't
actually
hear it
hear
enough.
that.
Yeah, you can't hear it enough, so I don't care. I'm going to leave the stream on anyway. If YouTube can actually damn hear your stuff, then they must be bored. You're all right.
Paul,
You're right,
Paul,
Tom.
hear me out here with this, Paul. The stuff I'm playing in the background, it's not copyrighted at all.
Good. That's even better. That's even better. So yes. So good that you're going to get that podcast. Let's see. What other stuff? Oh, I think some people wanted to see this, so I'm going to make myself big and again for a second here. But I think my prog people and my '60s English rock people are going to love this. And this is another commercial. Go to the Zombies website. Go to the Zombies website. I did a review for this actual episode about a good. Let me think about this. Let's see. Chess has been dead 2.5 years, so about 2.5, 3 years ago, I did a review, an anniversary edition for Odyssey and Oracle. Very excellent CD on here. Okay. And I know you're sitting there going, well, why are you showing this shit? I already know about this. Well, because if you still can get it, it was on the Zombie store as of a couple weeks ago. You can get it signed by the 4 surviving members of Zombies. That's right. And if I remember correctly, it was like 30-something bucks total. That's not bad. That's not bad for having yourself a rock and roll Hall of Fame band of this caliber. Ethan would be proud of that. I know Ethan's got, I think, a copy of this too. So there. Of course, Mason, we could not think about the 4th of July without thinking of what? The DC concerts in Washington, near the Washington Monument in the 80s, which caused the big stink.
The first one was done in 1980 with all founding members present. The second one was done in 1981 with all founding members, with the exception of Carl Wilson, who at that time had took a hiatus from the band to release a solo album. 1982 or 83, one or the other was the year that they couldn't do it because that stupid James Watney guy.
Right.
1984 was, to my knowledge, the last time they did it. And then they went and did Live Aid. And then they went and did their 25th anniversary thing in Hawaii.
Did those concerts, those 4th of July ones, did they ever get a legit release? Audio or visual?
Okay, there's a channel on YouTube which a whole number of them have been leaked out.
Oh, nice. Good.
I'm gonna go grab that channel for you, and those who are interested. This guy has taken them and basically done professional level restoration to the picture and sound. Up HD upscaled them and stuff like that.
Jeff.
And they're kind of buried on this. They're kind of buried on this channel because he does a lot of other things, Beach Boys
related. That's fair. Just mention the channel name when you get to it, please, because like I said, I don't want to put anything extra on today. I'm not going to be on much longer anyway.
Well, I'm not screen sharing anything. I'm just going to drop a link in here, and I'm going to drop it into the private. I'm going to drop it into the private chat, and if you could make that public, please.
Okay, that's fair. Let's see here. Okay. Hang on a second. And there we go. Let's see. Jeff is asking me. I know I don't have the DC-5 movie Having a Wild Weekend. I saw that movie once, and it was courtesy of MTV. MTV played it, I think, on a weekend once in the early 80s. That's the only time I ever saw it. Is there a legit DVD release of that movie? Because, yeah, if I could find it reasonable down the line, I'll buy it. But yeah, I mean, Jeff, I agree with you that Dave should reissue the history set. I also think what needs to be done, and I know that Dave Clark, excuse me, owns the Shindig tapes, if I remember. No, Ready Steady Go. He owns all the Ready Steady Go shows. I know that he put on VHS for the Beatles, and he put out some other ones for VHS. I really would like to see him do a DVD or Blu-ray treatment, like a couple discs, like a best of for the Ready Steady Go stuff. I think that'd be awesome. Yeah. Yeah. You're not lying. You're not lying, Mark. Broad Street's such a turd. Oh my God. Oh, okay. I'll have to look. I'll have to look at that. Thanks, Jeff. Hi, Mike. How you doing? I shouted you out like early in the episode as being one of my new subs. Thank you so much for subbing to this little wacky joint. So let's see. I am in the middle of watching for music movies. The Terry Kath Experience. I'm in the middle of that one. Excellent documentary from his daughter. I'm trying to remember, Mason. I'm going to probably rewatch. I know there's a Beach Boys freebie on YouTube. It's isn't it Beach Boys, an American band? It was the one that came out in the 80s. I'll probably rewatch that.
Yeah.
Because I watched it back then.
American band, yeah.
Yeah. So, Jeff, I do have access to Tubi. I do have access. Is it yeah. Oh, yeah, there's probably a bunch of goodies on Tubi. For 2 days, they had the Monkees television show, and then I guess either Rhino or Sony got involved, and they said, you're done. So it lasted 2 days that you could watch it, and then they yanked them. Oh, shit. Hang on. Wrong. Sorry, Jeff. Wrong one. Hang on. Mason saw the Beach Boys in concert, Club Ponytail, Harbor Springs, Michigan in '63. Oh, that would have been fun. That would have been very fun catching them that early in the era. Oh, the Nielsen one's on Tubi. Oh, I've been wanting to watch that. Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I got to write this down. Shit, I don't have a pen. I'll find it. See, maybe I'll watch that tonight. I can go watch that. I love Harry Nielsen. What an underrated person Harry Nielsen is. I want to eventually get every album. Some of those Nielsen albums are hard to find. Here's another artist that I just found this out a couple days ago. Okay, let me see if I could pull up the title of this. Any of you people out there, Jerry Rafferty fans, Jerry Rafferty, very, very underrated. And I'm talking about, I like the Steelers wheel stuff, okay? And yeah, I know everybody's sick and tired of hearing Stuck in the Middle with You. I love that damn song, and I crank it up to 11 every time that it's on the radio. The hell? What I'm getting at is a new album from Jerry Rafferty is coming out, and I am actually half excited about this at least. Hi, Greg. How you doing? How are you doing, sir? But Jerry Rafferty, new album in September called Rest in Blue. Rest in Blue will be coming out. His daughter found the recordings. They've stripped down some of the orchestration so that it's a little more raw. And I don't know why he thought he had to do a redo of Stuck in the Middle with You, but that's going to be one of the tracks. Hi, Edward. How are you? So I'm excited about, I'm going to get that Rafferty. Really? Really, Stephen? You know, I'm glad you told me about that. I didn't know there was a Japan box set. I wonder why Flash Harry wasn't on there. I don't have that album. Was it just a licensing thing, or was, because Nielsen, wasn't he on RCA the whole time while he was making records, at least until the early 90s, right? At least I think so, anyway. But yeah, I mean, I'm trying to think the last damn Nielsen one I got. I think it was Do It on Monday. Do It on Monday I grabbed. But I've got I need like the late 60s stuff. I found a copy of Nielsen Sings Newman, but it was so scratched to holy hell I couldn't do anything with it. But yeah, I've got a handful of 70s to mid 70s stuff, and then I found at an antique mall for like $2 a piece. I found Touch of Nielsen and Nielsen Schmielsen, German RCA import, original orange label. I thought that stuff was cool. So, you know, all those goodies. What? The Osmonds channel. Oh boy. One bad apple spoils the whole fun. Ah! If that doesn't drive viewers away, I don't know what. I actually met several of the Osmonds. Nice guys. Nice guys. Jay, Wayne, and shit. Who was the other one? Jimmy. Shane, Wayne, and Jimmy. I met. Right? No, Jimmy was away. I don't know. They were nice. I brought they signed, I brought them a copy of the album The Plan, which as soon as Jay saw that I had that, he asked me how much I paid for it. And I said, truth, 50 cents at a resale shop. I just got it a few weeks back. And he jokingly said, yeah, it's 49 cents too much. That came from Jay Osmond. He said no. I grew up with the Osmonds, Donny Osmond, Marie Osmond's got a lot of that. You know, Carpenters. I love the Osmonds and the Carpenters. One of my favorite signed albums I have, and next time I can find it, Mike, I'll show it on here. Remember that double album, Best of? It like had a family picture, like a drawn family picture. It took, I guess, over about a year and a half, but I have all of the Osmonds signatures except Alan's, because I think Alan's got the MS and he can't sign, I think. But they're all signed on here, and that's like one of my favorite autographs. And I didn't even ask for it. It just because he was a friend of my son's. That's how I got it. Well, so I've got that Osmonds thing. So that and The Plan. That's my signed stuff. Edward says the Beach Boys only made 1.5 good albums. So, Edward, I'm going to stir the shit pot a little bit. What's the 1.5 good album? Tell me. I want an answer. 1.5 good albums. Oh boy. I like Pet Sounds. I don't think, okay, like Pet Sounds was a stepping stone for a lot of bands. I get that, okay? And I like a majority of Pet Sounds. Would I call it iconic? I don't know. Was it a major influential album? Yes. I don't know about iconic. I'd have to re-listen to it again. I do. I think I've got it somewhere. I think. I don't know if it's an original or a reissue, but so Pet Sounds, Wild Honey. I love that album. 2020 and Friends. I've got those. Surfs Up, Column Nation, Ruins Domino. I love that line. I do. I always have. The 10-year one with the white cover. I've got that double album comp. And then, like I said, the LA album. I've got that German LA album. Come on, Ed. We want an answer, brother. Yeah. Yeah, Edward, come on. I want an answer. I'm not going to make fun of the answer. I just am curious. That's all. Now I really want to know on that stuff. It's just too bad that Dennis was so wasted and at the end. You know, I mean, it wasn't an immediate process. I know that even you brought up, Mason, that what was it? In 80, 79 or 80, he was starting to miss shows. I went and rewatched the Friday's TV appearance of them doing Keeping the Summer Alive, Good Vibrations, and Going On. And I actually enjoyed that TV appearance. But the first thing that I noticed, and I didn't catch it last time I watched it, was that Dennis wasn't there. I'm like, oh, shit. I'm like, who the hell's on drums? I couldn't figure out who was on drums, but I knew it wasn't Dennis. I'm like, well, shit. And then to find out through the comments that even though that came out in late June of 80, it was not filmed live that day. It was a filmed live appearance from April of 80, early April of 80, because I guess Dennis, what was it, that day or the next day, the Beach Boys performed at Nebworth in 80, and Dennis was there. So I could have sworn, and I don't know who told me this, that there's a legit release for that Nebworth 80 show. And I would like to probably hear that in an official.
There is.
So I want to get that. Is it on YouTube too, Mason?
This is going to blow your mind, Paul. You ready?
Okay.
Not only is there a legit release, not only can you find it on YouTube, but you can buy a legitimate CD of it.
I'll add that to the never-ending want list.
Released,
I guess my list hits
released by Capitol Records in 2002.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. Then that gives me something else to look forward to. Because the last Beach Boys thing I found in the UCD racks was Summer in Paradise. I have not listened to it. It's still in the shrink.
Take it out of the shrink and give it at least a listen.
I probably will, and I'll probably do an episode, a review episode, as I'm like, this, ladies and gentlemen, not only I have been told is the shittiest album in the Beach Boys catalog, but it also crippled Navarre Records, and they never put out another release. It supposedly helped to bankrupt the company. I think has been sniffing too much like right now.
What was the okay? What was the name of the label that put it out that went bankrupt because of it?
I think it's like Navarre or Navarro, isn't it? That's the name. It's one of those. Steven says, I thought it was their own label, Brother Entertainment. No, unless Brother was co-sponsored with it. But no, this was another label. But it helped to bankrupt them. That label. I'm like, oops. Don't bring a Candyland when you. Oh boy. Now see, we have our own fireworks here. We have our own fireworks in the peanut gallery. Maybe Edward got busy. Because I'm curious. I'm not going to make fun of Edward. I just want to know what the answer is now. That's all. But yeah, there's my album and my CD want list are never ending. They're never ending, and I love when I can go to Goodwill's, because this is where I find half my CD finds is Goodwill's, and sometimes it's $1. Like, okay, the Salvation Army near me, they're dollar CDs. If I go to Friends of the Library bookstore, they're 50-cent CDs. Okay. So it's like, if even if I find like a band, I'm going, this could be interesting, I'm only shelling out $2, and I'm like, either I love it or I give it away to somebody else. That's what I do. I pass all kinds of music all the time. Let's see here. Mike says, hey, Mason, I'm getting another Beach Boy remaster, 2 LP on 1 CD remaster soon. Which one is it, Mike? Which one is it?
I'd assume he's referring to the Sunflower Surf Sub-Sessions that will be released at the end of July.
Oh, I apologize, because I thought, didn't they used to do in the 90s or 2000s, didn't they do that too, a 2 LP on 1 kind of materials as well? I could have sworn I remember seeing something like that, unless I'm wrong.
No, you're right. You're right.
I want to get that, though, Mason. I know you said you weren't going to, but I probably am going to get the double CD on that.
They first did those in 1990, I think it was, and they reissued all of their Capitol studio albums on the 2 album on 1 disc format, and then they did it again in 2000 and 2001. But this time they included their their reprise catalog and so forth.
I would love to see Brian and Al live. I really, really would. But they have not, in the last few tours, come anywhere near me. I was going to try to share something, but unfortunately the contest is over with, and you probably know about this. But Al was doing a contest to make a video or a portion of a video for one of his solo album songs from his solo album. And one of the prizes was not only getting a signed CD from Al, but there was going to be a couple more things. And I'm like, damn it, I don't have a way to share this with Mason. And by the time I remembered it, I think the contest is over now. But you can go check, I think, on Al Jardine's Facebook. That'll give you more details about any of that stuff. Let's see here. Take heed to what I tell you, barbecue, collard greens, and apple juice don't mill. Oh, God. Oh, no. Vinyl, I hope you don't get stuck in a certain area of your house for the next couple hours after eating that, because I've tried collard greens. I don't get it. I just don't get it. And I've tried black-eyed peas, too. The taste is off. I cannot deal with it. I have attempted it. Jorgen says, it's very sad when a wish list ends and you feel like you do. Yeah, Jorgen, and that's the thing. I'm so glad that my wish list, because there's always going to, I think there's always, that's the one thing. Whatever hobby you collect, okay, whatever it is, record collecting, I think, is one of the most awesome hobbies, period. Now, saying that, okay, I was a baseball card collector. Oh, party stack of tracks. That's what he's talking about. Because with record and CD collecting, you're always going to find something. And even if you manage to find, like, hey, a certain person's catalog, he says he's going to try to get the 5 CD set. That's what Mike says on that. Let it flow. Yeah. I could. Okay, so you like the colleges, the apple juice. Yeah, apple juice can be real hard on the stomach. I could probably only handle about that much apple juice. That's the truth. Then after that, I'm like, you know what? Thanks for asking. Thank you for asking. It is a very relaxed 4th. I have got, I'm not, there's no barbecue family type stuff. Most holidays for the moment are pretty basic, but hopefully when my sweetie gets down here, things might get a little more interesting. But you know what? We both work in retail, so who knows? I remember when I was married to Jessica, I didn't get to have very many holidays. She worked in a nursing home. I worked for Wally World. So that's 2 of those businesses that you always had to work holidays. holidays, give or take. It just happened to be that the 4th falls on a natural day off for me. And I think they know better than really to ask me to work holidays. Would I do it? I don't know. I used to work for holidays for half shifts. I would never do a full 8 hours. I'd be like, fuck that. I said, but I'll come in for 4 if you want. I'll do 4 hours. I just want to enjoy some of the day. Let's see. Jeff's telling me and us, Paul, you might check eBay just for, okay, $10. That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that. I wonder if there's like extra goodies on that Wild Weekend, like some outtakes or interviews or segments like that. To throw DC5 out for one more thing here, though, okay? Mike Smith, with permission through Dave, because Dave wasn't going to go out. He asked Dave first. And Mike Smith had a brief solo tour. I heard that he wanted to do an album with this band that he was doing. It was called Mike Smith's Rockin' Engine, if I remember correctly, was the name of the outfit. He did a brief solo tour in the late 90s, if I remember correctly. He came to Rockford, Illinois, and actually performed at the On the Waterfront Festival. I kicked myself in the ass for not going to that show because Mike Smith would end up dead, I want to say within a year in Spain. He would die suddenly. And but I found out through Gold Mine magazine, someone was there that day and did a pro shot concert video of that gig and from Rockford. And I'm like, I'm going to order that damn thing because it's never going to have a legit reissue. And I want to see what I missed. And I'll get to see the scenery of Davis Park because that's where it was held. And I'll get to see him sing not only the DC5 stuff, but some other 60s material and some solo stuff he was doing. Didn't Mike do it? Right. You are right. I forgot about that, Jeff. It was called Smith Diabo, and I'm actually, I know it had a vinyl release. I don't think there was ever a CD release. If someone can answer for me, please put it in the comments. But I'm going to have to look for that too. Yeah, see, you're right. Damn, you're so right. And I don't. Cherry Red. I like putting, like, okay, due to it being 2021, I throw love songs. I post them on my beautiful girlfriend's phone. I don't want to mention real names right now, but I call her God. I'm tired. Goth Angel. That's what I call her. So my girlfriend, Goth Angel, I'll go off and I will put love songs. The last one I posted was Led Zeppelin's Thank You, which that one always struck a chord. But speaking of striking a chord, so yeah, if she's listening right now, probably one of the songs I'm going to share with her is Right Down the Line from Jerry Rafferty, because that's how I feel about her. That song is like a awesome love song. And it's so nice and crafted. It's a beautiful thing. But yeah, so Baker Street, I remember watching that video on MTV back in the early days. And I'm trying, if anybody's got an answer to this, put this in the comments. I really wish my buddy Ronnie Dark, he is a huge Paul Revere and the Raiders fan. Okay, I don't think I know anybody that's bigger loving that band than him. But I tried to come up with an answer for this, and I don't know. But Mark Lindsay supposedly had some hand in this song. Now, I don't know how, but I have read this, that Lindsay is either somewhere in this song, or maybe he helped produce or engineered it. And if that's the case, that's an extra factor of cool. But Baker Street and Right Down the Line are probably my favorite Rafferty solo song so far. I do like the Humble Bum stuff with him and Billy Connolly. I thought that stuff was great. I loved Steeler's Wheel. In the middle with you, but to tell you the truth, I think Star is my favorite Steeler's Wheel track, which of course it was just him and Joe Egan by that time. Chino Vanelli, I just know the ones. I just want to stop. They'll play that on the radio. I do not know any other Chino Vanelli stuff. Yes, I do know he's Canadian.
Hey, Paul,
isn't he the brother of Tino Vanelli? Yes, sir.
I hate to leave you high and dry, but I've got to get ready for my 4th of July.
It's okay, Mason. I'm only going to be on for probably 10, 15 more minutes. And I want you to have a great holiday down there, sir.
Yeah.
And thanks for coming by. Thank
you for having me on. Take care, everyone.
Always good to have you, Mason. Always good to have you. You take care. I will throw one last invite out. If anybody wants to show up for the last 10 to 15 minutes of my show, that's great. If not, that's perfectly okay. So I can't wait for that new Cherry Rafferty. That I'll probably put in pre-order. The George Harrison's All Things Must Pass 3 CD edition I want to get. I'll probably put that in pre-order very fast. Really? So you're telling me is it a cover of the Stones' Wild Horses, or was this a Chino song that he wrote called Wild Horses? Tell me in the comments. Signed Collective Soul when I met him back about 11, 12 years ago. Awesome gig. Awesome gig. I'm all grassy. That's okay. That's okay, Jeff. I'm glad when you can come on. Complete band sign Cross Canadian Ragweed. Yeah, from the final gig. The final gig that they did was in Fayetteville, Arkansas at the Old Amp. My friend Tom is a relative to the drummer. Yeah, Mason, because I'm just going to get that. I'm sorry. To all those people that can get super deluxe box sets on things, more power to you. But I have to go with my budget. I think the only one I may end up spending whatever money I have to is I may not get the super deluxe Let It Be set whenever that comes out, but I'll probably get the second to the most expensive set. The new Cherry Rafferty, like I said, will come out in September, and it is what the hell? Hang on a minute. Sorry, hang on. Well, Tim Smith just texted me, said, sorry, the only thing Off-Broadway had was T-shirts, which I'm like, that's okay. Oh, yeah, so to answer your question, hang on, Beans is correct. Gino wrote it, okay. Getting 3D set as well. Damn it. I forgot already. I'm sorry. Just look it up though on Google. That'll tell you the answer. But it's coming out in September, and I will be getting it. I think it's a single CD, and like I said, I will be grabbing that set for Cherry Rafferty. Are you a Black Oak, Arkansas fan? Is anybody a Black Oak, Arkansas fan? Go to Black Oak, Arkansas's website. They sell a bunch of CDs. They put one out in 2020, by the way, and I know I will be doing a retro review on that vinyl. Yes. But you can get anything that you purchase from Black Oak signed by Jim Dandy and Ricky Lee Reynolds. That's right. They will sign CDs for you there, and it's $20. That's not bad. Here's a Billy Sheehan signed Mr. Big Australia import when I met him. I know this one's a little faded. Best of Brett Michaels when I met Brett. The Hazies. The Hazies was another local band from our area too. Signed by the band. I don't think the Hazies get enough love. The very cool Blue Oyster Cult 2001 album, Curse of the Hidden Mirror. Yes, go grab this if you've never seen it. It's on CMC International. Signed Bill Medley. Yes. Personally signed, by the way, for me. I did not pay $10 for this. Ladies and gentlemen, the Rolling Stones. Yeah, I think I only paid $2. I haven't even opened it yet. It's DVD and everything, all kinds of bonus features. I picked this up for $1. Of course, I'm assuming that I'm going to cover the manager number because this was a production company. Or hey, if you want an interview for this album, this was in 2009. 100 years from now, go grab this CD. This is a Canadian release, if I remember correctly, or it was on Rounder Records. Yeah, 2009. For Dennis, Glenn Burtnick would go off and reunite with him briefly for part of the tour. Found this for $1, Mr. Bungle. Any Faith No More fans out there? Warrant, Filthy Stinkin' Rich. Andy Taylor's Thunder, really good album from the Duran Duran guitarist, along with Flo and Eddie is on this thing. John Wetton, Chasing the Dragon. Yeah, I know, he's been gone about 5 years now, if I remember correctly. Bang Tango, Psycho Cafe, actually really good one. And lastly, the Yardbirds Birdland. No, I didn't pay $7.99. I think it was like $3-4 it ended up being. This was the last studio album from the Yardbirds. Still, this is from 2003. Gee, they need to do another one. But you have 3 members by then. You have Dredja and I'm tired, and all the other ones. So let's see here. Jeff, who wants to spend $1,000 on an Uber set? If you got the morning, that's right, Mike. That's right. And you know what? Joe can. There's a few other ones. And you know, and he saved a little bit of money, I guess, when he did that set. And you know what? That's great. You only live once. Well, actually, that's not true. You only die once. You live every day. Somebody told me recently. But if you got the money and you already paid your bills and you're responsible, then that's great. That's great. I do laugh every time when I see the picture of him eating the cat food, because I mean that cracks me up. That does for some reason. And I know Joe was kidding. Let's see here. Same here. Not a huge Beatles fan, but really enjoy. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to tell you. I think truthfully that was his best solo album. He had all of these songs all saved up, and he put them out. It was like this one big explosion of talent from that triple album set, because he never was at that level again. Now, saying that, I mean, okay, let's face it. He was helping Ringo out, you know, for between 70 and 73. He was helping Ringo out. He had the Bangladesh album, which is another excellent album. I thought I heard actually that's going to get a 50th anniversary reissue also when that time comes. They're already working on that on those tapes, and hopefully maybe there'll be some extra stuff on there. I don't know what, maybe more rehearsals or something. And then of course, Living in the Material World's got a couple good songs on it. Dark Horse has got a couple good songs on it. And then you go into your Dark Horse, Extra Texture, which I don't know. Maybe I need to give Extra Texture a listen. Yeah, there you go. Rust in Blue. That's right. September 3rd. No physical release. I could have sworn I'll have to double check on that. I hope there's going to be a damn CD release for that, or vinyl. I want at least something from that. I've got like about 4 or 5 Rafferty albums, maybe 1 CD. But yeah, so I mean, for the 70s and stuff, Somewhere in England's got a couple good ones. Gone Tropo's got maybe 2 or 3 good ones. And then Cloud 9 was where he excelled. He started, you know, took that 5 year and swung back, and I liked Cloud 9 and Bilberry's first album, and then what? You know, he didn't do really anything after the Best of Dark Horse in '89 until Brainwashed. And I like Brainwashed. Brainwashed was a really good album. Why George went off and said that he didn't want it released until after he died, I don't know. Maybe that was just really something weird for him. But yeah, so I think All Things was probably his big musical moment on that. So you know what, guys? We're going to wrap this up in a minute or two. I really do appreciate Mason for coming on. I appreciate my peanut gallery for being here with me. Yeah, good. She's texting me, awesome, baby, because she's asking me how the stream's going. Can't wait to join you in the live stream. Yeah, no kidding. I think you guys will get a kick out of her. She is so gorgeous, and she's younger than me, so her musical tastes would be a little bit different. So I'm going to go off and dedicate, like I always do now, that I want to thank you guys for all coming on here. Thank you. Yes, Jeff, happy 4th to you. But like I said, guys, I want everybody to have a great 4th. Don't blow off any appendages. Drink moderately. Shoot off fireworks moderately. Blah, 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 blah. Oh, I did. Okay, I didn't know there was a new John Mayer. I'm going to have to look into that. I like some of his stuff. I do. I always thought it was really weird that he landed in the dead circle. You know what I'm saying? Shit. Well, damn. I hope there'll be a CD release soon. They better make one. But so this is from yesterday. It was her daughter's birthday party. Yeah, I'll tell you. This is a pic of 2 great, beautiful women in my life. They really, really are. So I love you, Goth Angel. I miss you, Goth Angel. I can't wait till you're down here permanently with me and we start our beautiful life together. I told her every day will be a new adventure. Seriously, whether it's good or bad, it's going to be a new adventure for everybody. You know, every time I think about her, fireworks go off in my head. That's how this works. See what I did there? I related fireworks to all of this. Look, guys, thanks a bunch on all of this. Okay, 8 Studio. So before I go on this also, I did my dedication, but I want to remind you guys, Tim's Thrifty Music. Please go like and sub his YouTube channel. He will be attempting his very first live stream tomorrow. It'll be probably somewhere around noon, 1 o'clock. If you have got nothing to do and you are off, we will try this. He wants to talk about the concert he's at tonight, along with some other musical things. I don't know how long he's going to do the stream. When he does do the stream, I will be on the stream. So I know I'm speaking for Tim on this. I'm inviting everybody to come. So for you to be able to figure it out, go like and sub Tim's Thrifty Music channel. And I hope to see whoever can do it be there tomorrow afternoon for a while. We'll have a fun. We'll have a blast. All right. I love you guys. Take care. God bless. Rock on. And have a safe, great night. Great week, too.